Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnet Queen Tarot, Sagittarius, where we are inspired to rise. How you guys doing? Wow, today is a beautiful, beautiful Monday. Coming to the end of June. Can you believe it already? It's like we just started the year and we're already getting ready to finish the month of June. I hope everybody's been planning accordingly. I hope that you have been achieving your goals and listening to your intuition so you could move forward because half the year is done already. You know, we're going into July very shortly. Holidays coming up, 4th of July, celebration. I want you to celebrate your life each and every day. It's about growing and learning each and every day because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So make sure you just give yourself a moment to give thanks for what you have and stay positive. Take a couple minutes and just think to yourself, say to yourself, I am healthy, wealthy, and wise, and I am so thankful that I have a roof over my head. I'm so thankful that I have food to eat on a daily basis. I'm so thankful that I'm working on internet right now. Just the minor things in life, Sag, you got to be thankful for and say it out loud and give yourself positive affirmations on a daily basis. So today, we just inhale and exhale twice and shake it off, just so we could replenish and refresh and block out the noise and naysayers. We're not for it anymore. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Today is a new day to accomplish new goals, new dreams, and follow through on the ones you've already started. Here we go. What is our message today, spirits? Help us to gain the understanding. Celestial alignment. And that's just coming in tune with yourself and with the universe. You want to balance your life. You want to be on point with whatever it is you set up to do. You have plans for your future and you're working toward them. And when you start getting aligned with yourself, you start recognizing your attributes, your gifts, your skills. You're working on making sure that you have that peaceful balance in your life because you know that's what it's about. Like I tell everyone, how does your car ride if it's not in alignment? It's off, right? It's just not balancing, and either when the wind hits, you could be leaning more to one side than the other. It normally pulls you to the right. But imagine when your car is level off and it's balanced out, you have a smoother ride. And that's what it is. It's about getting a smoother ride. It's about learning more about yourself. When you get in tune with yourself, you look at things differently. And people, whatever messages they share with you, you're able to break it down into compartments to figure out which to apply at whatever time you want to apply it. Because everything is a learning experience, it's a learning curve. You're constantly learning and moving. It's forward movement, it's progression, it's picking up the information along the way that's going to help you enhance your life. And that's why you want to be in alignment so you can gain information, gain knowledge, seek out balance. When there's turmoil in your life, you're at an even keel where you hear the information, you decipher it and apply it accordingly, but you're still okay. You're still okay. And that's what it's truly about, is getting into your zone. I love that because when you seek out that balance in your life, things start working better. You're aligning your life with what's out there and what you have to jump over to get through. That's what it's about. I'm serious. That's what it's about. And you continuously learn so that you can continuously grow. Spirits, share with us information for Our Sagittarius family. Ooh. Eight of Swords. Six of Cups. Mm. And Two of Wands. Okay. Speak to us, Spirit. Let's see. See that you're in a mode. You're just thinking about everything. You're just looking at how you've traveled through life and the mistakes that you have made and just sorting through things. You really developing mm, skills in your life. You're learning a great deal and you're thinking about what you've learned and how to apply it. Sometimes you're just tired of the whole process itself, but you're still looking forward. Forward moving, driving to your, taking an adventure, driving towards what it is you're seeking. Thinking through everything and figuring out if you're on the right path, if you're on the right track. Because you're improving. You're learning so much more. And it's from the events that have happened in your life. But you don't give up. You keep aiming high. Even sometimes you were a little stuck because of the fact you just exhausted from the experience itself and looking at things through a different lens because once you're looking at the possibilities, but you have to rejuvenate yourself because what's happening is that you're not understanding all the change that's going on in your life. Things that you used to do and you do it, it's not the same feeling that you used to have. It's like you're coming more in tune with yourself and not everything is going to apply for you. The Fool. And it's see, look at that. When you start going through alignment, you feel less stress. Less of the burden is playing on you. There's some changes that are taking place in your life right now, and you're just thinking about everything because you have been dissatisfied with certain things in your life. And now is the time to make the alterations as necessary, improve as necessary, continue gaining control of your life because you know what's most important to you right now? It's peace and harmony. It's relishing in knowing that you can replenish yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. You're getting more in tune with harmony in the earth and serenity and peace and love and patience. These are things you went through the motion and what happened, happened. But when you start getting aligned with it and knowing what it is you're working toward, you know there's rivalry and there's competition in your life and people, it's like a rat race. You always got to just keep going and flowing and going and flowing and going. And it's so repetitive and you feel like you're not gaining that traction in your life. The results that you want are not immediate. So you're not gratified completely. And it's so much going on, so many changes. And sometimes you just want a breather. You just want to stop in your tracks and ask yourself questions and think about everything. Am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Am I asking the right questions? Am I going down the right block? I just feel that you're looking at things a way of what you expected to manifest by now. And it's not that it would not happen, it's just that the process is not completed as of yet. Let's say you're baking a cake and you're putting the eggs, the milk, maybe cinnamon, all these different things in the cake, and you're mixing it up in the bowl. And let's say you forget, because even with the pans, you got to grease the pans. Some people sprinkle a little flour on it too, so it's not sticking to your baking pan. But let's say that you didn't want to wait. You just want the cake to eat it now. And you put it in the oven without all the ingredients, but you want a fast cake baked. And then you don't let it stay long enough. What happens when you open that oven? What do you see before you? A mess, chaos. And you have to do more work to improve on it because of the fact that you didn't take the time to go through the process to let these things manifest and pay off for the long haul. That's why the process is so important, because that's when you develop your understanding. That's when you get aligned. That's when you look and review all the ingredients necessary to make sure you have what you need. You give it the ample time for it to bake. It's not a fast thing, it's a process. And the same as life, you have to go through the process. Everybody's experience is different, even if they are similar. And what happens is, let me tell you something, the best thing is to have balance, peace, and harmony in your life, because then you can go through the process and deal with anything that comes your way when you are intact, when you are aligned, when you're looking at the big picture, when you're patient enough to go through the process. So many things come at you, and so many things are on your plate, but the frustration boils over when it's always like a rat race. You always got to keep going. You always got to be debating with people over what it is you're experiencing and how you're going to get through. You got to make up your mind who you're going to trust, how you're going to get your plan executed, what are the necessary steps, and over and over and over again. And yes, it becomes frustrating. We know this. It becomes frustrating. But when you have that feeling of peace and serenity in your life, you can go through any process because you have balance and you have patience. The hardest thing is to have that necessary patience to get through. And you still got to persevere and go through the storms because it's part of the process. And if you try to cut it in any way, you might end up having to start all over again. It's not about giving up, it's about getting through. Life throws many curveballs. And we know, Sag, that you have experienced quite a bit. You always feel like you're debating with people and competing with people, and it's part of life. Doesn't mean we have to like it. It just means that we got to be patient when we're going through it because we're working towards a goal. And there are assignments, even in a you take a class in school, it's a beginning and it's an end. To get to the end, you have to go through the process because you're just starting out now. You have to study for the class. You have to take notes. You have to know the pivotal points. It's so much that you have to go through to finish that class before you get to the close. When you get to the midterms, the final exams, you got to go through all of that. And every level has steps to take to get to the next one. And if you apply your life the same way in that thought mode, where it is, these things are coming at me, it's frustrating me. I'm still learning because I'm going through the process, so I'm picking up information along the way. There are always going to be people that come for me. It's up to me to have a tough skin and deal with the crap as it comes. When you sit down there and you're thinking about everything, You know, you have to hold your head up high through the process. I'm going to be honest, I see so many of you going through these challenges, and some of you are applying what you learned along the way so to be an easier flow, and others don't want to read the instructions, just want to hit it running, and you miss a spot, you miss a turn, you miss that block, you miss that experience. Cutting through is not always going to get you through, and you don't want to have to start back from point A again, because you've done that already. So you're wanting more and you want to excel, but you have to be willing to put the sweat equity and the time into it for it to manifest and grow the way you foresee it in your mind. Don't rush the steps. Learn to be more patient with things, even if it doesn't line up automatically. You want that immediate gratification, but you're not going to get it. So make up your mind to go through the process and learn as you're going along. People always try to do shortcuts. I mean, it's okay to, if this road is, crowded and there's a lot of traffic and you want to turn across to get a little bit faster to the destination, that's understandable. But you still have to recognize that you got to go through the process. You may go through it over here in a different form, but you still got to go through it to get your destination active, for it to come into reality. And even though frustration and doubt and all those things line up for you, it doesn't mean that you can't just relish in the process itself. People don't realize that everything doesn't fall in line automatically the way you want it to. It takes time for those things to happen. It takes valuable time for those things to manifest the way you want it to. And that's what gets me, is that everybody's in a rush. What are you in a rush to do? I mean, we already know we've got you taking steps to get closer to what it is you're seeking, right? You're in forward movement. You're going after it. There's plenty of action. You're not a lazy person. We know that. You're not lazy. You're just exhausted at times because it seems like you're making the necessary steps, taking the necessary steps, and yet it still feels sometimes that it's not working in your favor. It's not that it's not working. It's just the lens you're looking through, and you're not realizing you are gaining mileage, even if it's not as fast as you would like it. You're putting the work in. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're putting the work in. You get on the defensive. You feel people don't understand you or where you're coming from, and people are telling you this Sag and that Sag, and you're like, let me be. Let me figure out these things. You don't want people to direct you all the time. You've tried to find ways to work things in so it could fit in how you feel the steps should be for you to achieve what it is you're wanting to achieve. But you have to take instruction as well, because you're learning through the process of how to do things. I was looking at a video the other day, a short, and this one was showing how easy it is with garlic. Because, I have a pounder, and you pound the garlic and you're good. But she was showing where whatever garlic you're cooking with, put it in a bowl with some warm water, and it'll start releasing the shell off the garlic. And then you can take it and cut it up, pound it, do whatever you want to. Because all them pieces of the garlic skin just be all over the place. And I learned something new. That's why you're in your mode too, because learning is a big deal. There's learning through your process. And anything we want to do that we don't know how to do, we have to learn to do. So there's a process for everything in life. So that when another time comes and somebody's like, dang, How do I get this garlic shell off? And you have that information to share with them because you're a learner and a teacher. You understand there are things that you have learned along the way that you can apply to teach other people so it'll make it easier for them. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we have to continuously gain that knowledge as we move forward. That's just what it's about. It's about learning every step of the way. You're assertive. You like to take control of things. You're dedicated to whatever you start. You're not going to just walk away. You might be frustrated. You know, you know that there's competition. Whatever you do, anything worth having, there are always going to be people that want to compete with you for it. And you have to take it for what it is. You will. And you know what? The competition is healthy because you start focusing more on the steps, more in getting aligned with everything that you're working toward. And you realize that you put the work in. So when you win, Sagittarius, it's your win. It is your win. It doesn't belong to anybody else. So these people that have you constantly in defensive mode because you may not have achieved this as of yet or that as of yet. But you know what? You're still in the game. You're not working at their speed. Unless there's a cutoff or deadline that you have to honor, you're working at your own pace. People can't tell you when your rewards are coming in. You don't even know when your rewards are coming in. That's why you're working toward it. And you're on the path to achieving it. You're following directions. You're picking up information from your experiences along the way. You're still in learning mode. You're still progressing forward. It's not up to anybody else to decide or dictate your steps. It's for you to dig deep down inside and continue researching and asking needful questions so you could continue moving forward. And yes, you will get tired at points. That's a given, regardless. That's a given. It's a given. You just got to make up your mind that, you know what? This too shall pass. I will get over this. I'm okay. I'm doing my best. And that's what you are. You're doing your best. Nobody could get upset with you. You can't even get upset with yourself if you're working through it and you're doing your best. Why would you be upset with yourself? You're feeling some sort of, it's like, you're feeling like trapped at times. You know what I mean? It's like you're going through the motions, but you feel restricted. And that is the mindset that you have had, is that, why am I going through so much just to get to the next point? Because you know what? If it was easy, you wouldn't be doing it. Everybody would be doing it and everybody be in the same category, but that's not how it is. Every career choice, every job, every experience has different steps. We could all sit down right now and learn to do division, or the way we teach it to others. And it's going to be different. But the thing is, we all happen to get the same answer. But we went through different steps to get there because we applied it to what works for us, how it appears to be easier for us, how we're able to get through it differently. You know the work that's necessary to get ahead. It's just that it could be so exhausting at times, and you just feel like you're just going through these motions over and over and over again, and you're not getting ahead. But the thing is, if you seriously look at where you are, you'll realize that you are getting ahead. You're not giving yourself the necessary credit to honor the fact that everything doesn't always work out in your favor. But when you put the work in, you gain that knowledge along the way. So when something else pops up, you know how to handle it because you've been there before. You've done that before. And you know if you stay focused on those steps, you're going to get through, right? Right? Right. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And you have to give yourself the opportunity to see beyond the here and now. What is going on with you right now? What? What is going on? Because the thing is, everything that I see here for you, as I'm looking through, everything is about getting through. Everything is about getting through. You're a good person. You're generous. You care about other people. And it's like you're focused on memories of the past when things were a lot easier than it is right now. You feel like people don't get what you're going through. People don't understand that you put in so much work. They're only looking for the end result. Sometimes things happen and they fall apart, and you have to rebuild it or stand from another point of getting back up to where you need to be. And it just makes you think about things. You focus on what used to be. And you have to recognize, Sagittarius, times have changed. And you have to do things a different way. The way you were doing it before stopped at a certain phase. And now it has to be readjusted, realigned, so that you can adapt to the new situation, the new circumstances. It's evident change and fast movement. And to you, it's exhausting because it's like you're trying this and trying that, and it didn't work out in your favor. But you can't be down in the dumps. You have to realize we had a pandemic. Many people passed away. Many people lost their jobs. Many people lost their businesses. Even with them getting money for assistance, it was like you restarting all over again. You've applied this, you've applied that. And people think you could just go back into the way things were, and you can't. Everything has changed. And that is how your life is. The way things were is what was. What you're working on is what is, so that you see the possibilities of what could be. And you have to stay in that mindset, and you have to stay positive no matter what turmoil and rough waters come upon you. You have to figure your way out so you can climb back up. So I'm saying, don't be so hard on yourself because things are not working out the way you want it to right now, because you're seeking that immediate gratification. But if you look down the line, all you really want is peace and harmony. And when you go through the things, you start opening doorways for other opportunities to come in. So yes, it shows that you have gone through a lengthy process of trying not just to live, but to stay afloat. But once you stick to it, no matter who comes up against you, who's competing with you, who's trying to embark on your path and block it, you have enough experience now that you know how to get through this hurdle. Believe it, you'll get through it. I'm serious. It's hard work, but let me tell you something. When you finally achieve what it is you have on your plate to get taken care of, you're going to be so thankful for the process, because you're going to be able to tell the story of what you've been through. Your story belongs to you. It's customized to you. And you will not only seek out your peace, you will receive it. Stay calm through the tough waters. Stay calm through the chaos. And believe in what you're doing, and believe in yourself, because you will get through. Don't always get on the defensive and feel that people are coming at you to tear you down. Some people just like healthy competition, healthy rivalry. And sometimes, as you know, we are all opinionated. We all have an opinion. Just stay on course. The sea is tumultuous at times. I'm telling you, I know. But you know what? You're a learner and you're a teacher. You learn and you share and you teach. That's why you calm yourself down. You practice your breathing. You relax. And then you'll be like the fool. Just because people think you're a fool doesn't mean that you are. You just want things at a pace where you could see the outcome. You can allow yourself to embrace the necessary work and changes in your life, and you stay in that positive realm where I am going to get through. I shall overcome. I am on the right path. I am not alone. I believe in myself. I am loyal to the cause. I am dedicated to what I have to do to complete my tasks. And you keep on that path. You don't care what other people have to say. It's like, who cares? Everybody always think they know what's best for you. You have to know what's best for you. You have to open your eyes and see what the possibilities are. What are the possibilities? What is it that you're truly seeking? And be able to label it and say, you know what? This is where I am right now. This is where I want to be. And you shall get there because you have choices. You have choices. You're making future plans because you believe in growth. Look at the growth. You believe in growth. Two of Wands. You believe in your growth. But you just get frustrated at the work involved. You're gaining leverage. Believe that. Things are changing in your life, and you're going to be able to pinpoint where you have the alignment and balance. So, yes, you're going through a little frustration right now. You're doing all the work because the process, this is growth, progression. Allow yourself to experience every level of it. Don't shortchange yourself because of frustration and being fed up with circumstances. You will have the final say. You will have the final say. The work is something that's mandatory. For the big dreams and goals that you have, you thought it was going to be easy? Psych, it's not. Right now, everything I see is you working. But you're going further. And all you want is peace. All you want is harmony. All you want is growth. And you need to breathe through the process. There's a lot of work involved with what you're aiming for, but you're going to get it. But you're going to have to put the work in. No joke. No joke. So when people finally see you achieve that, you can say, I worked that stuff. Okay? I worked it. 143, preparation. And that's what it is. You're preparing for your success. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. But you know what? You have the strength and the tenacity to achieve it. Life is filled with phases. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen to that. Life is filled with phases. So there's different steps through the process. The whisper is telling you to prepare for the unexpected and allow change to pass through with a sense of peace. And that's what you're seeking. That's what you're seeking, right? That harmony, that peace. Financial and creative changes are upon you. You say, my dreams and desires are coming to fruition, bringing change that I welcome with an open heart and mind. And that is what's happening on your behalf. So don't complain. Restrain from complaining and look at your progress. You're not where you started from. You can say, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. That's what you need to do. The process is real. Achieving is real. And the strength you need to overcome is real. This is not easy. Continue forging forward. Allow the work to take place. Be your greatest self. I'm telling you, be your greatest self. Don't doubt yourself. Think things through. Feel your way through. Manifest your feelings. Follow your intuition. Research as necessary. Block out the haters and keep forging. Be determined. Put intentional action behind your work. And you will be surprised of the outcome. Because you know what? You can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's insanity. You have to continuously Follow through with the tasks necessary. Follow the instructions. They've been laid before you. It's up to you to stick to it to get through so you can overcome those challenges you face. But you know what? You're determined to achieve. I see action. I see movement. I see intention. I see haters. But you know what? You're going to be prepared for all that comes your way because you're following the necessary steps and you want peace and harmony. But you're determined and you're focused and you're starting to listen more to yourself, to your intuition, so your truth can manifest into reality what you envision for your life. So don't get on the defensive. Continue to be assertive. Continue to work towards that. You're not trying to impress anybody but yourself because this is for you. This change will change your life. You will make the right choice. Believe that. Garnetqueentarot, be inspired to rise. And don't let the issues of others mess you up on your path. I'm serious. People will be in your ear. You got rivalry and competition and everything going on. You know, like when you see people in a race or something and like, girl, you know, they don't have you coming in first. They got you about third or fourth. And if you allow what they think would happen to stay on your mind, it could either keep you down or propel you up. You have the choice to decide which direction you're going to take according to what was said to you, because it seems like you're so concerned with what other people think. But if you have plans on winning this race, you have to block out that noise and focus and envision yourself being a winner already. Even if you end up in second place, you did your best. Don't let others dictate your path or where you're supposed to grow to. You don't know who's going to finish this race first. So don't let other people tell you who will. You're in the race, you determine where you come in. And even if you don't come in first, but what if you do? You understand? Think more of achieving it rather than losing it. And when you change your mindset, you change your life. You change your perspective. Keep aiming high, keep believing in yourself, and keep forging forward and face the competition and the challenges as they show up. Because you know what? You're ready for it. Look at all the work that you've been putting in and preparing for. You're ready. You're ready. You believe that. Garnetqueentarot, be inspired to rise, Sagittarius, and don't let anybody make you feel undeserving. Don't doubt yourself. Just work on achieving your goals and stay positive. Take care. Talk soon. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You matter. Okay? Your aim matters. Your goals matter. And Garnet Queen believes that you are on top of your game right now, but you're just going through the sweat equity process. Take care. Talk soon.